Welcome to 2022.
It is 2022. Welcome to the newly branded Friday Bean. I'm Starla.
And I'm Mark.
And we're here to fulfill your wildest beans.
Welcome to Starla and Mark Say Things on the Internet.
Yay! Happy New Year, guys. Let us know what you think about the new branding.
It's very sexy.
It's sexy.
It's very sexy. I like the lighting back here.
We got new curtains.
New curtains that were not as wide as we thought they were, so there's like a hole. Okay.
New Year's hole.
It'll be our little secret.
Secret hole. And who knows what's hiding inside it. And then we've got our new
Wrong video. Off to a great start for the new year.
And then we've got our new coffee shop neon sign vibe.
We're not done. We're gonna keep putting things back here to make it sexy.
Oh yeah.
Get some guitars over here so you feel classy.
He just wants his guitars.
I just want my guitars on screen.
Yeah.
Got to do something with them.
All right, guys. So today we're going to be talking about 2022 trends. Our few little announcements that I want to go. Boom mic just floated.
Yeah, I want to switch that over to this side because you're so much louder than I am.
Okay.
Okay, that's better.
Experimental, guys. It's all new. Everything is new now. It's fresh. New year, new us. So couple little quick things before we get into the trends while we're waiting for everybody to get online. First thing is that Mark and I are going to be working on more YouTube content.
A lot. We sat down yesterday for like 2 hours just nailing some stuff out. And I've got a lot more planned out in a little text document for us.
Yes. So this is the year of new content for the alphas. So if you're not subscribed yet, make sure you do that. We've got some really cool stuff in the works. I can't say exactly what we have, but we have some top secret data that nobody else has access to that we're going to be covering. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So
when Starla yells, the mic cuts out. I have it set to do that on purpose. So it doesn't clip. It just shuts her up. It's called a compressor. It totally ruins her voice when she does that. Speaking of music, someone said that they liked the music at the beginning. I had a question because we have the option to play, and it can be super quiet down in the bottom of the mix there. But I have the ability to play like free music in the live streams underneath what we're doing here. And some people don't like that, so I wanted to kind of get a consensus on whether or not people would like just a little bit of ambient music, same kind of style, maybe some lo-fi stuff, whatever, just playing underneath. Would you guys like that while we're doing the live stream, or do you want us to keep it like low? It would be barely audible.
We have people complain during our normal videos.
We do. We have people complain during our normal videos that don't want music. So is that something you guys would want us to add into this to make it a little more ambient, or do you just want it to be completely quiet when we're not talking?
Yeah.
That's all I want to know.
Yeah.
So feel free to comment that.
Yeah.
What your opinion is. I want to get an opinion on it before I do anything.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, very low white noise. If anything, I'd rather not. No music. Okay. No music. Just talking. Happy New Year.
It's literally 50-50. So
no music. Especially with your new vibes.
Oh, I can tell you what. Next week, I'll set up a thing to have the music underneath. I can duplicate
for like
as many times. Yeah, we'll let it go for like 10 minutes. And it would literally be barely audible just so it's not completely pitch silent when we're not talking. We wouldn't hear it. It would just be you guys. So we'll try it next week and just see if it's okay. And then if you guys don't like it, we'll get rid of it.
Yeah. All right, guys. So other quick announcements. Obviously, the YouTube stuff, you want to make sure that you're subscribed to my channel if you're not already. Most of you are. That's coming. Next big announcement. Most of you probably already know if you're on my email list, you received them. But if you're not on my email list, you want to make sure that you click down below into the description. My 2020 marketing calendars are ready to go. These calendars are going to tell you ideal times to start working on collections, holidays that you should start optimizing for, and when you should start optimizing for them, holidays that or not holidays, but days that you shouldn't market, things to begin thinking about, that way you can be prepared a few months in advance. And I've got the full 12-month calendar download down below. Just click into that, enter your name and email, and then you'll get those in your inbox within a few seconds. And if for any reason you don't, feel free to email me at handmadealphaacademy.com. So that's down below. The very last thing before we jump into our trends is that in 1 week, selfless plug here.
Selfless plug.
My book is coming out. Oh, I like the hardback
So
book.
that would be a selfish plug, not a selfless plug.
I'm selfish plug. Yeah, you're right.
Selfish plug.
Selfless. I'm so selfless. Isn't that right, Bubbers?
Look at how much more visible your covers are on here.
I know
we have new covers. They are not actually this bright. I wish they were accurately. You can't even see this.
Yeah, I had to go
bottle cap.
I had to go in and update my covers.
Mm-hmm.
But my book, The Channel, it's a science fiction book appropriate for ages 16 and up. That is available for pre-order now on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Nook, Audible. Not Audible. I'm sorry. What's a Kindle?
Kindle.
We don't have an.
It's available on just about any platform.
Yeah. So just search The Channel by Starla Moore. It's cyberpunky, neon noir inspired science fiction.
Yes. Yeah. If you can't find it on your particular platform, the platform you use is way too niche.
We did make an update to it yesterday.
Yes. So it might not be available on some platforms right now.
And I'm also giving away a signed copy, hardcover copy on my Instagram. If you go to Explore the Channel on Instagram, at Explore the Channel, you can enter to win that. It was posted a few days ago, so you'll have to scroll. Other than that, guys, we're going to be jumping into some trends. We're that
time of year.
It is that time of year. Now, we're going to do our best to kind of predict trends for the summer. However, as with all of our trend videos, what we're doing is we are forecasting. We are looking at things that were trending last year. We're looking at the emerging trends for this year. Yes. Thankfully, Target, which I know that nobody but those in the U.S. have a Target. I don't know if Canada, do you guys have Target? I'm not sure. But
do you?
I'm not sure. I know that Amber doesn't have Target, but Target is the best place to look for emerging trends because they always jump on trends immediately. For example, we just went into Target last night and they had their Christmas stuff on clearance. And they had swimsuits out.
So be ready for summer.
Yeah. So Target is always the first to jump on trends. Even if you don't have a Target in your area, you can go to their website and they actually have a trendy page where you can see everything. And we're going to dive into that today. Teach you a little bit how to navigate if you've never done it before. If you've never been on Target.com, we're going to show you how to find those trends. And if you have done it before and you're used to our trend videos, just be in for a treat because there's some really cool ones this year.
We had Target in Canada, but they all went away a few years ago. That's weird because I know you guys probably still have Walmart, right? Yeah, and Target's like the slightly less trashy Walmart. Yeah. Target's so nice.
Did we get snow? We got just a tiny little dusting.
Little dusting of snow. We are going to try to keep these to an hour. I know last year we were doing these for up to 2 hours, but the issue with that is that the people that watch the replays, which is actually a majority of the people that are watching this after, you people in the future, more people watch it in the future. We're going to try to keep these to an hour because it's really hard to sit and commit to something that's 2 hours long. So we're going to try to stay on subject for as much as we can with this.
Talk a little slower though.
No, it's fine. I want to get through it.
You like Speed Racer.
So are you.
All right, let's go. Woo, yeah.
We are over here on E-Rank. And
let's start with Target.
Do that, and then we will screen share. We're on. Let us know if we get in the way, and I'll put our stupid faces in the trash.
Put our stupid faces away.
Stupid, dumb faces. We don't want them here anymore.
All right, guys. Target.com. For those of you who don't have a Target in your area, that's okay. It doesn't matter. You can go to Target.com and kind of snoop around and take a look at what's trending. Now, let me show you guys how to access it. You're going to want to go to What's New. And you're going to want to go to Target Finds, or you can go to target.com/finds to be able to find them. So we're going to go here. Now, the cool thing about Target Finds is that you can see what people are actually posting on Instagram that they've purchased from Target. One thing that I always say is don't just look at the items. We're not just talking about the items. Look at the background colors that Target uses to market the items. When we start looking at the hashtagged photos on Instagram, don't just look at the product that the person bought from Target. Look at how they have their home decorated.
Look at how it's all presented.
Yes, it's like you are getting to look through the window of a bunch of people's houses to see what they own and what they have and with the cat and see what their lifestyle is like.
Yes,
because these are the trendiest of the trendy people. So first thing that I noticed is that Target is trying to push hobbies in 2022. So we will the problem is I normally open a lot of tabs and I'm not going to be able to navigate tabs with it full screen to this extent.
Middle click it and it should go straight to it.
I know, but when I go back,
it's fine.
Oh, okay.
They can have the tabs on screen. I just get them out of there so they can see more of the screen. Just F11 it anytime you need to switch.
Okay. So hobbies, don't just look at the items themselves, okay? Look at these colors. This beige color started getting popular last year. Their neutrals have been in for like 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird because we've got neutrals that are really, really popular, but it's also the crazy neon colors that are popular, just not together, if that makes sense. So if we scroll down, look for colors that we see consistently. Do you see this kind of teal color? It's even on the tag for this bird seed bell. They've made sure to put things that match together in the photo. So that might be a color to look out for, this kind of beige color.
I'm actually kind of digging that color.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see a lot of that this year.
I'm seeing some
kind of sandy.
Yeah, we've got it. They're almost like jewel tones and earth tones. We've got yellow. We've got this this green color.
Yeah. And I will say, while you're looking at this, if you look at the difference in what it looks like here, this screen's turned down. So things are going to be like 2 shades brighter for them than us.
So a couple of it looks like some of the hobbies that they're showcasing are bird watching. They've got like scratch artists, which scratch art is very, it falls into the satisfying.
Yeah. It's a satisfying niche.
Yeah.
Almost like ASMR kind of.
Yeah. All of the satisfying things. Those like, God, our daughter, she has one of those puppet things. She loves it.
I don't get it, but people love it.
Make your own scratch offs. Textile crafting, so different craft kits. And I know that
Stranger Things cross stitch patterns.
I know a lot of people sell craft kits. I know that we have a lot of alphas who do that. And then we've got like the whole tarot card and zodiac astrology. Like it's huge right now. So anything that you can tie into that. And look at the colors as well. We've got the dark purple and lots of gold. I'm seeing even gold on the candle lids, the pink, the purple.
There's a lot of like we saw this a bit early last year too, with the like not necessarily pastel colors, but kind of like on the same vibe. There's not a lot of shiny. It's mostly smooth or matte. Nothing like mirror.
Look at that teal. Even the teal is down here in the baking. They even have one like in the cake pops.
I'm saying people are just the color. I think it's because they're comfortable and they're happy.
Yeah.
Like companies are still. We've been on pastel for what is like 3 years now.
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure out ways to like not use pastel colors, but still give off the same vibe as what pastel did. And I don't see anything wrong with it. People love it.
Do you remember when we were in high school, how mustaches were like the hot thing?
Oh my God, yes.
And like all the girls, I even had a girl who got a tattoo of a mustache on her finger so she could hold it up.
Not like real mustache, like meme mustache.
Yeah,
like fake corny mustaches.
Like the big silly
posers.
Mr. Moore. He's got the curly mustache.
The curly mustache, and I rock it.
I wonder if this is going to come back though. The funny little curly mustaches. So next thing that I'm going to go into is the Periwinkle, which is our color of the year from Pantone.
A normal color, finally.
Very Peri. But I did want to point out, look here. Look at the colors in this earthy, we've got a wood spatula.
Brown. It's brown and tan.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll explore this one in a minute. But
I think that's a good idea because they're using that a lot. You should have new tabbed that.
That's all right. I'll be able to find it. Periwinkle. And look at some of the products. It's not just Periwinkle by itself. It's colors that are pairing well with it. So we've got the Periwinkle and blues, little pops of yellow. If I were you guys, I would be looking at things that are made with these color combos.
Blue is like one of my favorite colors, especially when you get into that pastel blue and purple range. Perfect. Well, but I'm talking about like the background and how everything that they're matching with it is a very blue color. Like most of the stuff on the screen, like that bag is blue, that thing is blue. If you look here, everything on the screen is blue. Yeah. I love it.
These are really, really nice. And look, it's across everything, guys. We've got notebooks and stationery. We have office organizers. We have bags. There's a candle. There are bracelets. There is fitness stuff,
blender
clothing.
Bottle, candles, loofah.
Bath.
Whatever you guys call that.
A loofah. Makeup. We've got the Def Leppard retro t-shirts. These don't even fall in. And look at
when okay, off topic a little bit here. When are we going to get to a point, because like people were wearing these Def Leppard shirts ironically when we were kids, but the thing is our music from the 90s, like NSYNC and stuff, is the same age now as that stuff was then. When are we going to have like vintage NSYNC shirts
you could
that
do
are
it
done
Target.
but not as much as you see like Def Leppard and AC/DC and everything else. Like when is that going to be like the cringy thing that like the new generation does, where they're all wearing like our generation stuff? Because they do have the NSYNC shirts, but it's our generation wearing them non-ironically.
Guess.
When is that going to happen?
There is a shirt that I own that's out in the garage from when I was a kid that they sell at Target right now.
I know. We found it like a month or two ago.
One thing that I do want to point out, if you think like, oh, I don't like this periwinkle, or oh, there's no way I could incorporate this into my product. Think about the posts that you make on social media. Look at the background. These are not periwinkle. These socks are not the color of the year.
Nothing on this page has been periwinkle. Almost not. Like, look at it on the actual screen and then scroll up from here. Everything before this was blue.
Yeah. But they've put it on
It's cohesive.
the background.
That's all that matters. It's
exactly.
It's a cohesive theme.
Yes. And look, we see that. Oh, book talk inspired. I want to look at that. Red. Oh, this was for November. That's why. Okay. Well, we'll get out of.
Stay out of November. Stay in the current stuff.
Yeah.
I love the periwinkle thing though. It's a calming color. People will be happy this year wearing blue all the time.
Ooh, toasty fireplaces.
Or especially right now, it's finally getting cold. We're past this summer winter thing we had.
Yes, and oh, this is so. If you make
who else was in like the 70s and 80s a few weeks ago?
So if you guys make anything kind of like fireplace themed, I know that this sounds really weird, but hear me out for a minute. I know that it's this way in the Midwest. They've jacked up heating prices by what, like 50%?
It's bad. It's pretty bad. They've jacked. It's I think it's gas.
Yeah. So
I can't remember specifically what it is.
We're having a lot of fires, and I know that everybody in our neighborhood who has fireplaces are as well. They're having fires. So
yeah, we walk outside, it smells like fire at all times.
if you make anything for the fireplace, it might
be a good year for that.
All right, go ahead and go back. All right, once again, even if you don't make anything fireplace related, look at the items and the colors and the.
We're gonna have to have another fire tonight.
Oh yeah,
it's been Harry Potter and fires every night.
Every night. Bears. I've been seeing lots of bears. Bears have been everywhere. Bears are so popular right now. So write that down. If you make anything nursery related, party related, if you do anything fabric and you want patterns, bears have been everywhere. And not like super high detailed bears, but really simple, like, cute bears. This, I wouldn't call it copper, more of like a bronze color. Remember all summer last year we talked about how copper was big.
What is that supposed to be? Is that a log holder?
I think it's a log basket, yeah, to set them upright.
I wouldn't trust that. But anyway.
But we noticed, we went to the hardware store yesterday to get the stuff to do our curtain.
As we say, is when it's held up with a PVC pipe.
Well, we couldn't.
They can't see it, so it doesn't matter.
It wouldn't fit in the car. We have to go back.
Destroying the grand illusion.
But anyway, we noticed at the hardware store that we haven't seen as much copper this year, but this kind of bronze, like brushed bronze color is starting to trend over top of the copper.
Particularly, not necessarily just the bronze, but like the black, where they'll do the bronze underneath and then they'll put the black on top or the matte black on top. And then it's called distressed. Distressed black with copper underneath.
Yeah.
Is really starting. Any hardware stores, any place where you buy furniture, that distressed black copper is really popular.
This brown glass. I know that a lot of our alphas
vintage glass.
Yeah, a lot of our alphas repurpose like the brown beer bottles and make cups and things out of them and recycle them. Might be something to consider. Might start getting trendy, especially if you were to
if you can recycle materials, 100% to you, because the stuff you send to the dump doesn't get recycled most of the time. So anything you can recycle.
Faux fur has been huge this year. Just all of these cabin vibe things. You know what I mean? Just cabins. Leather has been huge. I mean, if I walked into a house that had all of these things, I can almost picture what this house looks like and how it smells.
Oh, yeah.
Like, couldn't you just
It smells amazing.
It smells like...
It either smells amazing or it smells like patchouli and I want to leave.
He hates patchouli.
I do not like
There's
patchouli.
a reason that they used to dress dead bodies in patchouli.
Let's not get into that.
To get rid of the sting. Yeah, his grandma used to do everything in patchouli.
That's like her favorite smell, and I hate patchouli.
All right, so let's pop into
Let's
this
do
one.
it.
Teeny bopper trends. Love that. We've got jewel tones, minerals, I'm assuming, from full-on wintry outfits to light and airy accessories. Creamy
I
color
love
trend.
that top she's wearing.
That is cute.
I love that, like, it's like layers of like earth, like when you drive through where they've blown out the middle of a mountain.
Yeah, like all gem tones. Creamy color trend is what they're calling that. Remember when you said not quite pastel?
Yeah, that's everything, and that's what
Yeah.
it's been for like the last 3 years. So if you do pastel stuff and you're thinking about changing, you probably got another year in you before you got to change it, at least.
This dress is super cute too.
I like that. Yeah.
These are scrunchies are huge right now. For anybody who does print on demand, Printful has some really nice scrunchies. They've got big printable scrunchies. They're big. I
love the random pattern. I'm really starting to dig the crazy colors in 90. I hated it before, but I'm starting to.
He's
I don't like the triangles and stuff. You keep those weird 90s pastel triangles to yourself. That Taco Bell interior. You keep that to yourself, but that's nice.
Yeah, the Sherpa has been big for those who do anything in home decor or clothing, or stuffed animals even. Sherpa is the fabric.
Even big brands, like all the hoodies that I buy, like the interior is some kind of like fleece or Sherpa. Everything. Yeah. It's like blanket material.
I like Sherpa, but after you wash it, like my Sherpa...
It gets hard. It's like sheep's wool after you wash it a few times.
Yeah, and it's a dog hair magnet. This sage color, I'm seeing it. It's cool. If you look, it's like on the left, they have the cool colors, and on the right, I'm seeing more of the warm colors. Maybe not. Maybe it's just how my eyes are.
Still, it's all solid friggin' pastel colors. Yeah. Well, it's actually seafoam.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I'm also noticing a lot of knit tops that have that combination thread. Does anybody know what that yarn is called? Where it's like lots of little colors, and then when you look really close, you can see like yellow, purple, pink.
It's either going to be a fun name or just random color.
Yeah. random color.
Random color.
But these are some colors that you might want to write down, revisit if you create, anything trendy. Because if you look at the models here, they're a lot younger. I would say probably age demographic, teens, 20s.
Deb said Heather.
Heathered? Yeah. When I think of Heather, I think of like a Heather t-shirt.
Yeah, me too.
Like, whoa.
Like our distressed.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. This is a cool one.
Variegated thread.
Oh, okay. Variegated. So
sure. I'll trust your word on that.
It sounds right to me.
Sure.
So guys, we're in January, which means everybody is doing their, new year, new me, New Year's resolutions. So this is a really good time for anybody who makes like fitness journals, fitness and motivation. Like this is your time, and you need to market. You need to really, really push your marketing
before they give up.
I hate to say it, but he's right.
Before they give up. It's actually a meme this year because the people are like not getting on because it was such a joke the last couple of years. People are saying like, I'm proud of you for not saying new year, new me this year.
Yeah.
But no, it really is. This is the year if you sell the fitness stuff, especially with COVID kind of starting to, get worse in some places and better in others.
It just depends on where you are.
Yeah, a lot of people are starting to go back to the gym. I know our gym at like 5 o'clock, you can't even find a place to park.
Yeah, there are so many people. And you know what I'm noticing in the gym is it's used to be mostly young people when we first started going to the gym.
It's 50-50 now.
It's right. I mean, there are some women in there, I swear, they have to be in their 80s. Like they are in there just
there's that
kicking butt.
There's a Korean woman in there that has a crush on me. Like mega crush.
She's so cute.
She's got to be like 85 years old. And every time I look, she's staring at me. She has the biggest, she's so cute. She's like a foot shorter than her. She's like 3'5". But she's so adorable.
She's so
anyway. But yes, people are starting to work out more, and I think that's going to continue to be that trend through the year. I would even honestly suspect if the world gets a better hold on COVID, political opinions aside, if the world gets a better hold on COVID, I think you're going to see a lot more people in the summer trying to work out, or at least in the spring trying to get their summer bodies ready, because I think if we get it under control, people are going to be going on vacation this year, and people are going to not want to be COVID bodied. We've had 2 years of this where like everyone I know is like 20 pounds is the little bit of weight people have gained, but like some people have doubled. Some people have doubled in size, and I feel that. I feel that on a pretty big level. So if you make like the shaker cups, or you make the tumblers,
Yes,
like
the pretty tumblers.
the printed tumblers or whatever, like I think those are going to be good this year.
And look at the colors, guys.
Mhm.
We've been like, everything else has been muted pastels. They've been neutral, calming.
Yes.
When it comes to fitness, though, everything needs to be bright. There are no pastels here. Everything is in your face. Bright orange, bright pink, bright green, bright mint.
Yes. I will say, however, that I know this is Target's Good and Gather brand, but if you are one of the people that sells like food containers or food particularly, I don't know if there's any here, but there are a few sellers on Etsy that sell like desserts and stuff like that, like the branding, the like old school minimalistic style of branding, like using all of the space you have available but not covering it in text, is really starting to be like the popular thing. Even big brands are starting to like just put like one thing on the front of it and then the nutrition facts on the back. So if you sell like food containers and stuff like that you put words and stuff on, like
less is more.
Less is more. You can still have your crazy fun stuff if you do that, but I would say make sure that you've got a little bit of the simplistic stuff, because that's what's in right now.
Yeah,
for sure.
All right, let's see.
Ugh.
Oh man. Okay.
Oh, man, we're hitting the 60s and 70s stuff now.
We are getting into things that were posted in December, but these are going to maintain through winter and probably spring as well. So just
I don't know if this one in particular will.
Velvet? No, velvet's so big, and it's.
You think so?
Oh yes, crushed velvet right now is huge.
I don't really go out
80s and
to really
80s and early 90s crushed velvet. And gold. Look at the jewel tones.
It makes me uncomfortable because I know that every person in this picture is sweating profusely.
Yeah,
this material makes you sweat. I'll try to not hate on it, but I've had some things with crushed velvet, and it's just sweat.
But look at the colors. We've got black, gold, and jewel tones. Jewel tones. We've got some gray.
Still rocking on that like pastel shade though. It does even with it being shiny, the colors that they're using are very, very not bold. They're very comfortable.
Muted. Muted, not pastel. Earthy.
I know, but it's based from that. Like that's what I'm trying to say.
There's some pink down here. Very, very pink. Very jewel tone pink. Very pink.
Brown.
Look there's a lot of crops. Even this was like their winter theme and crops, which crops have been big for since
good. It's probably like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah,
maybe 5 years.
I'm not wearing crops right now because I need to get in the gym.
Yeah, we have been going to the gym for a week again.
But guys, there's really good color ideas here. And if you make anything in decor, I'm seeing tons of crushed velvet in decor and clothing, and scrunchies. And I know that teenagers are really digging the crushed velvet because they've never had it in trends before. You know, it's new to them. So
that mixed crushed velvet looks very 90s New Year's Eve. It really does. It does remind me of like being a kid, like at Christmas time, at like my
rich aunts,
like my rich aunts and uncles, like going over to their houses. It was just like crushed velvet and gold.
Yeah,
I had some snooty family.
You did. Did you still do?
I don't talk with them anymore.
Toffee.
So
this is a color.
That sounds good.
This is huge in makeup right now. The chocolatey colors, toffee, caramel colors, decor, clothing.
And it's wild too because the toffee color is so different on every type of skin type. Like it's such a different statement. Like for some people it's natural, and for people like you, the toffee is a very aggressive statement.
Yeah, because I'm so pale.
Exactly. So like, but that's what's unique about it, and why it's so neat that it's trending is because it's so different for everyone,
right,
but it's still popular with everyone.
It's warm. It's warm, and it makes you feel good. And when you see it, it's cozy. I think that it's I love this color. I love that all these neutrals are trending. And once again, I can remember being a kid, and my great grandma who I lived with, she had a very 70s home because she never updated, when I was
old flowery wallpaper.
No, it was salmon orange walls, olive green lamps.
Ew, what?
Bright orange floral couch.
We for the longest time had those like the grapevine style wallpaper.
And this color carpet. This was the color of our carpeting.
Ours was too growing up, though.
This is what it looked like.
Yeah, that's exactly what our carpet looked like. That's what everyone's carpet looked like because people were sick of having to like vacuum their floors, and you could let your floors get pretty gross before you had
my
to.
grandma had a pair of these.
I think everybody's
The
grandma
tortoiseshell, guys, tortoiseshell glasses. That's another thing. And you don't even have to make glasses. If you do greeting cards, put some cute little tortoiseshell glasses on, on them. Or if you make any type of like art prints, maybe you do fun little animals, put some tortoiseshell glasses on them. Do a turtle with tortoiseshell glasses.
That big poofy sweater with the jeans, that right there, that is a hot vibe for you.
I would wear that for sure.
Yeah, that would be like that's a date night for you.
Buy that for me. Buy it all.
Let's do that. That's sexy right there.
Makeup brushes, obviously those are going to be brown anyway, but just look at how she took the picture. If you make anything that you can hold in your hand, if it's like jewelry, look at how she's done it over the marble. She's got her nails did, she's got her sweater, she's got the plants up top. It is a very beautiful photo.
She's got her nails did.
She's got her nails did. I told Taylor I was going to take her to get her nails did, and she was like...
Yeah, she was like, oh, we're going to have a spa day. And I was like, you're going to leave me out of spa day?
I told you can come get me.
I want to get my toes done.
You're going to come get your toes done.
Make your husbands get their toes done. Feels wonderful. Get your toes done.
We're going to go get our toes done. Ooh, I like this sweater too. This cable knit pattern. Cable knit is huge. I just bought a pair.
I'm actually not a huge fan of it.
Really? I just bought the Aerie cable knit leggings. Or joggers. They're on the way.
I think it's not the appearance that I don't like, it's the feel.
Oh, I love it.
Like I've had a few things like that, and I don't like the variation in pattern. I think it's because I have body hair and it feels weird on me.
Look at all these. She isn't even showcasing the cup of coffee, which is what is in focus. She's showcasing the rug that isn't in focus. That is such a fun way to do a photo of your product. This would be a great teaser photo if you had like an upcoming collection and you were selling these rugs, doing like it's just blurry in the background.
This person said he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to get his toes done. How long have you been married? You haven't learned how to manipulate yet?
Oh,
come on!
Aww.
Y'all are master manipulators.
You gotta have him get his toes done. Textures, guys. Also textures, and this isn't just in decor, though we see it a lot in pillows and blankets and things like that. Textures are really big on sweaters and things, and I think that's why the cable knit is so big right now. I love this color combo, though. Everything. I wish that we could do this minimalistic thing, but I have too much stuff that I love.
Yeah.
Today, this was a trend that just posted. Trends that just posted. Pearl. Pearl is... Ooh.
I'm not excited for that.
So
I'm going to be honest.
Seashell with the gold. Pearl. We've got this kind of off-white dress. Pearl hair clips with gold. Oh, guys, this is a really good one for our jewelry makers.
Yeah, I agree, but...
Off-white.
Pearls.
Gold band on the bracelet. Look, there's even a speaker.
I think I have a dislike for this because everyone I grew up around wore pearls, but they all smoked. So, like, the pearls were all nasty and, like, yellow and gross, and it's just like, ugh, yeah. God. Smudgy yellow pearls, yum.
The 80s and 90s trends are in, dear.
Yeah, but people don't smoke as much, thankfully, so it won't be as gross this time.
Yeah, my grandma was one of those. You could,
like... God, pearls and smoking were never good together, because they'd wear them, and you could just see the nicotine on them. So, ugh.
These colors, though, I really do like. I like even the packaging is in pearl.
Shout out to my 90s kids who know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you see the nicotine. Like
yeah, you can see it. Everything you own just had a yellow hue to it.
It gets hot, and you start to see the wall sweat and drip the nicotine.
Sitting in the back seat, getting hit in the face with hot ashes. You know what I'm talking about? My 90s kids know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, God.
Dad!
Doing the little, like, one finger flick in the window, and you just... face full of hot ash.
Anyway.
Love how you have a story for everything. Yeah, I mean, I want to justify it, because otherwise people just think that I'm, like, complaining, and I'm not. I have a reason for it, all right? I'm not hating. I think it'll be nice this time around, though, because it's presented in a way that's not tacky.
Can you guys, like, when... I'm going to zoom this out. This aesthetic, like the horse and the pearl.
I'm
And-
confused.
Can you what?
What is the point? What is the...
It's just like, it's like glam. It's like super.
I get that, but why a horse?
It's chic.
Of all things, why not like a silver like mountain lion?
It's girly. It's femme. It's pearly
What about
girl.
what about a horse is feminine?
I don't know.
I'm
Girl,
just confused.
Horse girl. I was a horse girl. Or guys.
No, you're not.
I was.
No, you are not.
Growing up, I was totally.
Oh my god. No, you weren't.
I collected Breyer horses. This holographic kind of.
Also, that square twisty pattern. I'm starting to see that quite a bit with different things too. The horse has one gold. Yeah, I get that. I'm just confused by the horse.
He doesn't understand.
I don't understand.
He doesn't get it.
I don't understand, guys.
And look at there's
That's cute.
the black pearl with the gold fleck. That's really nice.
That's
too.
really cool.
Notice how like it went.
We were literally talking about doing our bathroom and almost that exact same thing.
Notice how it goes from being like it starts off all like white and gold. And then you scroll down and you get some like pinks and blues and jewel tones. And then you scroll down and they've styled all of the black and gold and pearl together. Even her hair, they made sure that the model with the black hair had the pearl right in the middle. And it just fits all of the colors are styled together. It's very nice.
Like I said, as long as it's presented in a way like, I mean, you can even do the old school styles. It's just none of this is like as tacky as what I remember pearls being when we were kids. A lot of people trying to...
Pearlized horse. Yeah, because he's pearly.
I understand that he's pearlized, but why is it a horse?
Because it's
what does a horse have to... I'm so confused.
Pretty. That's why. Pretty.
Horses aren't even that pretty.
You're going to start a fight. Horses are majestic.
That pretty and majestic are two different words.
Horses are pretty.
Wholehearted. I love horses. I just don't understand.
Horses are
I'm creating some controversy to get people talking. That phone case looks like one of my eco-friendly ones. Cool.
Let's see. All right, so we're getting down. These are more fall. So let's go ahead. I think that we've given you a lot of great ideas. Yeah. You can also go through and click some of the different collections, like vibes. Obviously, this is going to be things that are more trendy in the like kind of fun themes. Like we've got Santa, Beach Santa, and
somebody asked if unicorns are still in. See, the thing is, unicorns are kind of like a niche, so there's always going to be somebody that wants unicorns.
Yeah,
right?
they're definitely not as big as they were.
I think it's how you present them. Like a big, like stereotypical, like rainbow mane kind of unicorn isn't going to be in.
But like a pearly unicorn.
But like a pearly, majestic one, probably.
Yeah. All right, so we'll go ahead and hop into Target trends where we've got our photos from the grams, and these are all real people who have posted these photos. And like I said before, don't just look at the photo or the item that they're trying to show.
Environment.
Yeah, look at the other things that the models are wearing. Well, they're not models, they're normal people. Look at the types of the things that they're wearing. Look at their home. We're looking in their house right now. We are exploring, peeking through their window and looking at what other type of colors, accessories, and themes that they have, because these are like the trendy people who want to be influencers and post photos. These are the people we should be paying attention to because they're the ones spending money.
That right there. Art by Chantel. That was a good explanation. That's what I was looking for. Derby, chic, rich thing.
There you go. That's
Thank
perfect.
you. That's all I needed. Thank you.
Like classy, like she goes and she's like.
And somebody said that a pearl frog wouldn't make sense. I wholeheartedly disagree with that. You got the frog prince.
Like the prince, yeah, he could have a little crown.
Wholeheartedly disagree. You could have done something like an otter. Literally everyone likes otters.
And they eat the clams.
Yeah, you could have an otter laying on his back holding a pearl.
Otters are huge.
There's a freaking idea. If you make home decor, you get an otter with like he's tossing a little pearl around.
We love otters.
We do. We have a what is that channel called? I'll find the channel. You keep talking.
Okay. We're not going to get off topic.
This is a gift for y'all. Y'all need to watch this YouTube channel.
All right. We've seen a lot of fun kids clothing. Lots of fun here. Lots of fun colors going on. This right here. This is like 70s. This is 70s, 80s, 90s. I see more 70s here. Wicker.
I don't know. I had outfits that were like exactly like that when I was a kid.
The windbreaker jackets.
Yeah, but exactly.
Yeah.
It was a windbreaker, and I was wearing like thermal underwear underneath.
Brown bottles, some greenery. We're seeing lots of brown and white. The wall here is brown boots. She looks like she has a faux fur blanket with a sunflower pillow in her room that almost looks like a dorm. You can see the wall here is one of those dark jewel tone blues. Let's see. Little Guns N' Roses shirt. That's cute. Let's see. Seeing some gold with these holiday decorations. That doesn't mean that it's not going to continue trending, though. Lots of these neutrals.
Please, no wicker.
No wicker.
What's the reason?
What's
is there a like an economical reason for it or something?
Wicker's been big.
I always like to know if there's like an issue with something like that. Like, is wicker like a resource, like a made with a precious resource that we need to be careful with? Like, what's going
on? Taylor has this sweatshirt.
She does.
Santa brought it. Let's see. Fair Isle sweaters, guys. I am obsessed with Fair Isles, and I have a bunch of these. So super duper.
I've been seeing those a lot more this winter. I didn't really see them last winter, and you were really into them. And this winter, I've seen even our lady at Target yesterday was wearing a Fair Isle sweater.
I love them.
I'll check out.
Here's that yarn again. That all the different colors all put together. I see the blue and the pink, the yellow.
However, her combined outfit's kind of rough.
What, all the different colors?
Yeah,
that's big right now. Mixing all the bright colors all together.
I get that, but at least make them match. That's weird.
It's either one way or the other. That's what's trendy. You either do full monochrome
or completely off. I mean, I can't really talk with the crap that I've been wearing. I can't. I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture of you and post it on Instagram and
in my Scummy Bears.
Now, however, I think we can all mutually agree that
outfit can go right in a bonfire.
Okay, here's the thing. I think that she's dressing kind of funny on purpose because
I get that. That's into the dressing kind of goofy, dressing old school.
She's got a funny Christmas cardigan on. It looks like a Christmas tree with the Christmas bulbs. I think she's trying to dress funny. But I don't know if I could do
any outfit that looks like it takes work. If you have to make an emergency bathroom visit, is an automatic no for me.
If you have to get naked to pee,
if you have to get, or even worse, if you've got a code brown happening and you're about to ruin a party and you've got to take your whole outfit off to not fix that, you're screwed. You just go home.
I think it's worse when you're a girl because you got to sit there
100. I wholeheartedly agree with you. You're at your family Christmas party and you got to take your whole outfit off and you ruin somebody's couch.
You're awful.
I am awful.
I get it though. I don't want to sit naked on the toilet.
That's what I'm saying. So that outfit can go in the trash. Just ignore you saw that, guys.
Market.
Everything else is great. However, that's a freaking little White Lodge right there.
Yeah. This. There we go. Ooh, I like the size there. This color combo, the black and the white. Oh, the fireplace.
I don't even smoke cigars anymore, and I want a cigar and a glass of whiskey right there. That's where it's at. This
is a perfect example of how what homes look like now, what modern, especially for people who are looking to redo their homes to sell anytime, because we've been looking, kind of shopping around. We don't expect to buy a home this year, but we're keeping an eye on things. And anytime we see a new home, they all look like this. They're all just in this really pretty neutral aesthetic. So that's really, really big. Bright colors, lots of bright colors. Here's that still very neutral, calm home aesthetic. Calm home aesthetic. We've got the gray. Yeah. Ooh, I like the blanket ladder for the towels.
I like the whole bathroom in general. It's got the Victorian flooring with the modern hex wall.
Yeah, the old school tiling. That's really nice.
I really dig that. I love the competing textures.
Yeah.
Because the wall there is very futuristic with a very fine cut hex pattern, and then you have the Victorian, and then you just have a very plain everything else. I really dig that.
Another Fair Isle sweater, more neutrals. Wow, look at, holy moly. I want her bathroom. She looks like she's at a ski lodge. She's she lives in Colorado. She's about to hit the slopes.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, this is the girl.
She's either in Colorado or LA.
Yeah, she's
one or the other.
She's either about to go snowboarding or she's about to go on a date, because she's you can picture who these people are.
She's swagging.
She had, and look at the gold. You can see the gold back here. I want this bathroom. It's so pretty.
It's like, I don't know if that's showing off the outfit or if that's just a humble brag, like, hey, look at my house.
Yeah, I would, if that was my house.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'd be taking those mirror shots.
Shout out to y'all that have just beautiful bathrooms. Like, the rest of your house is trash, but then you walk into the bathroom and it's just like wow, I'm gonna poop in an adventure.
Poop in an adventure.
That's what, yeah.
All right, I think that we've gotten, I mean, it's all a lot the same. However,
it really is. You guys understand the vibe that's going on.
Houndstooth.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm actually starting to see quite a bit of Houndstooth stuff starting to pop up. It's not huge yet, but I am seeing it on things that I never would have seen Houndstooth on. Just like everything.
It's not just car.
No, it's not just car seats. I'm seeing it on sweaters and handbags and wallets and
yeah.
Decor,
all right.
Random decor. My bathroom is Pokemon themed. Good on you.
All right, so we're gonna pop
If you
over
don't
to.
have a Squirtle on your bidet, you're doing it wrong.
We're gonna. Shut up.
I'm in a mood to be funny today. Okay.
Nasty.
I'm not nasty. That was funny.
We're gonna pop over to erank.com and look at what's trending right now. So
yes.
Obviously, I have an eRank Pro membership. Just a couple of quick disclaimers. Mark and I do work at eRank. I am the head of customer success, and Mark is the data analyst. However, we do not get paid to recommend it.
We
but
do not.
It is my favorite Etsy tool out there because it has the most tools and it's the most affordable. So there is a free membership. And you get a sample of the trend data. So even if you have a free membership, you can sample it. If you have a basic membership or a pro membership, you'll get more of that data. So let's go ahead and pop into the trend buzz and see what was trending in December specifically on Etsy. So what we want to look for is positive changes, things that are going up and down. And you also have the ability now to go through different marketplaces.
I haven't curated this list in a while, so just forewarning, there is the potential that there could be like bad words.
No, Jan does that.
Jan does it now? Okay.
Yeah. All right. So obviously this was holiday time. So gifts for him, gifts for her, gift minimalist. That's really, really fun. Minimalist, we saw that a lot in the Target trends, the homes and the pictures of people's homes. Storage and organization. We saw a ton of that stuff when we were looking through Target. Baskets and little office desk organizers and things. Earrings. Earrings was the number 6 most searched item last month on Etsy. That's huge. And we just saw that pearl and gold and all these jewel tone colors and gemstones were huge in earrings. Wall art and home decor. You guys just got a ton of examples for wall art and home decor and things that are trending, colors that are trending, animals that are trending. Crystals and jewelry. Crystals, we talked about all the jewel tone things. Stickers, everything that we talked about today, from glasses to crystals to even little Fair Isle sweaters. All of these things can be made into little stickers, little fitness stickers. There's so many things that you could make stickers for.
Mid-century modern.
Mid-century modern. Yeah. We saw a lot of that as well. Candles, lots of different candles that we saw. And it was really about how they were presented. You know, it wasn't so much advertising the smells. It was more about the jars that they were in.
For the presentation of the candle itself, and the kind of environment that you would use each in.
Gifts for mom. Also consider that Mother's Day is coming up, and Etsy, it seems like gifts for mom is always trending. I think that Etsy is just a place that people associate with warm and fuzzy and love, and I think that we think of mom. So you guys could totally...
We have videos we're going to be putting out about something kind of like that.
Yeah. So gifts for mom, something to consider. Rings, coffee-themed things.
Coffee's never going to not be... Until, like, Starbucks gets in trouble for doing something, coffee's going to be popular.
Well, then everybody will just pick something else, like Pete's. But coffee, consider that not just as, like, coffee, like what you drink, but the color as well. Remember we were looking at all the coffee-colored
literally every accessory for it. Because the people that are on here on eRank and on Etsy searching for coffee aren't looking for coffee to drink. They're looking for things to
coffee bars.
Coffee bar stuff. They want decorations for their coffee bar. They want coffee cups, coffee mugs, coffee like containers to pour their bags in.
Signs.
So they can put their coffee on display. Signs. Like, it's not coffee. It's everything to do with coffee. It's everything other than coffee having to do with coffee.
Yeah.
Unless you sell coffee, then hit me up because I drink a lot.
Now, obviously, don't do any copyright terms or
Yep, don't do that.
characters that we're just showing you at eRank. We show you what people are searching for, but it doesn't mean that you can make it. And if you notice, we've got a big warning right up here, and it'll show you what is in the trademark.
Unless you have explicit permission from the person that owns the rights to the thing, do not do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Unless there's some things that have been announced that are like publicly like out there, but it's very few and far between.
Keycaps are huge right now. For those who don't know, those are like for your keyboard. You can replace your caps. All different. If you search for them, there's some really fun.
There's a whole community behind that.
Yep. Handmade furniture, decor, embroidery. That's huge as well. Embroidered patterns and things. Painting. Harry Potter. Once again, Harry Potter is very trendy right now, especially with the 20th anniversary. However, you cannot make Harry Potter themed products.
Yep. We understand the like draw to want to do something because something's trendy, because that will make you a lot of money real quick, but it's also a way to guarantee that your shop gets shut down at some point.
But you could do products that have, owls, and you can do a witch's hat, and you can do a magic wand.
Yeah, you just can't reference or theme the product around Harry Potter.
Exactly.
Specifically. Like if you make something with an owl, or wand is even like encroaching on that territory where you need to be careful. But like as long as you don't say anything about Harry Potter, you could probably get away with something like a wand, as long as it's not directly themed. Like you don't have like a direct replica of Harry's wand. They might have a trademark.
I'm sure they do.
I mean? So
just a wand, like a general wand design.
Yeah, totally fine. Crystal wands are a thing that are in that.
Yeah.
Johnny, but everyone else does it.
Yeah.
That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. Does that work for anybody that's like caught with heroin in their pocket? Like, so many other people do this and they're not in jail.
Yeah.
It's not an excuse.
And we start to see it a lot. We've got Harry Potter, Spider-Man, Animal Crossing, 90s nostalgia.
Taylor Swift, BTS, Genshin Impact. Like, avoid that stuff like the plague.
90s nostalgia, though. We just saw so much of that on Target.com. Car accessories, that's really fun. I know we have an alpha who makes like the vent clips for the cars, so that's really cool.
It's not something that I really associate with Etsy, so the fact that they're able to pull that and have it that high up on the list, like that's
people are trying to make their cars like more
I get it.
Cozy and comfortable. Neon signs, that goes with the 90s theme.
Probably because people are going back to working in person more.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people that I know still work from home. Like they haven't transitioned back into an office, but they're starting to.
Yeah. And then gifts for dad is a little lower on the list. Tote bag. Valentine's Day was already emerging. Dogs. Journal. Do it yourself. Remember we were talking about craft kits being really popular?
Yeah, DIY. Love that stuff.
Press-on nails have been huge for a while. I'm a big press-on nail person. Wall decor. Wallet, accessories, pottery,
Christmas ornaments, digital planner,
enamel pins are huge.
All the normal stuff. Mushrooms. I think you're going to start seeing that more as spring starts to roll around. People are going to start doing the themes. Cottagecore. Yeah.
Lots of and that was a very 70s and 80s. My grandma's kitchen.
I think you're gonna start seeing, because I've even been seeing people like wearing stuff with mushrooms.
Yeah,
I think you're starting to see a lot more, especially and politics aside, especially as psychedelics are like coming into the mainstream. A lot of people are starting to do that in fairy gardens and like home gardening and mushroom hunting. I know was a big thing when people couldn't go out. People would go out in nature, and
that's our family. Yeah. Our family loves to go mushroom hunting.
Yeah, so mushrooms are a thing.
Tapestries, big wall tapestries.
Ooh, lingerie.
Ooh, lingerie.
Lingerie. People getting prepped up for V-Day.
For V-Day, and it's up 8.
Damn.
V-Day. All right, now we're getting down.
We're getting down to the number stuff. Oh, look at that 2022 planner.
This keyword was popular yesterday. So anytime you see a little flame, it means that this is something that was highly searched yesterday.
And if it's this low on the list, that means it probably just shot into the top 100.
Hot.
Frog. Hey, man.
Frogs?
Told you.
Frogs. Posters? Really? Posters? Yesterday? All right.
What's going on with coasters, y'all?
Bullet journals?
I don't know what that is.
What? Jujutsu?
I
don't know. Is it? Tell us what it is.
That sounds anime.
And
Very
but-
good chance it's probably something you shouldn't sell.
planners, journals, coasters, and frogs, apparently. Let's see. Can we do just hot?
Hot.
Oh, I think we are in hot.
We are in hot. Let's do what?
Okay, so this is for the month.
Okay, yeah. We'll do all excluding adults.
Now, you guys can see exactly where these trends are, how much they've dropped. So this was November when most people were doing their holiday shopping, and you can see it's dropped off a bit for December. Anything with gift in it usually tends to kind of drop off a bit. You want to get a little bit more specific than that, but minimalist shot up in December. I have a feeling that in January, we're going to see that be consistent as well because people want to do the minimalist homes.
A lot of people saying it's a martial art. However, you're incorrect. It is a manga.
Okay.
You're thinking jujitsu, and this is jujutsu. There's Juju, and it is a manga.
Of course. Let's see, earrings. I love looking at this trend in particular because, I mean, it looks like it drops off, but really these numbers are still very, very high. What is that? I can't read that.
A lot. 82,971.
So this is a lot of searches, and this was for June. So, yeah, earrings have been big. Jewelry tends to spike, it looks like, just in November. And then it kind of drops off a bit. So I wouldn't just focus on jewelry. I would make sure that you're not just advertising jewelry. It needs to be a more specific type.
That's way too broad.
But if you were to do crystal jewelry, look at how high crystal is.
And then you're combining two audiences with one term. Now you're up from 100K on each to 224K.
Or crystal earrings. Then you've got two very trendy things.
And if you're doing crystal earrings, you're probably doing something saying jewelry in the listing as well. So you're getting all the audiences in one.
Actually, you know what? I lied. These numbers are very high. 45,000.
Well, they're comparative. Compared, I mean, that's this month, but look at November. 365,000. So they're comparative. They're like each individual thing on here. When you guys are looking at this, you're not they're not all like within the same realm of scope. It's like what was that called when like a teacher would grade something and like it's weighted.
Yeah,
it's a weighted scale.
112,000.
That's still a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah,
that's still a crap load of people.
Yeah,
but either way, you get the point that we're going about. You look at the middle months. Jewelry is most popular in what looks like November and February.
Valentine's Day.
Probably. Valentine's Day, yeah. People last minute buying.
Well, you know what it is, guys, is usually, and this is consistent with most months, or most years, the men seem to start buying in February for Valentine's Day, and the women seem to start buying in January because we see gifts for boyfriend, gifts for husband in January. And then we start seeing the gifts for girlfriend and gifts for wife. Those searches coming in February.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's hilarious because you see Christmas. I understand like people order those in November. They're getting them a month ahead of time. They're like, okay, Christmas
now
is
coming.
Hide
this, yeah.
Yeah, but like Valentine's Day, people don't associate with stores being like sold out and having to ship a bunch of stuff. So they're like, yeah, I'll order it last minute and then never get the thing on time. That's a total dude thing to do. I get it.
Cat. All right.
Gifts for dad. And a lot of this stuff is exactly the same.
Yeah.
It really is exactly the same. There's a couple more anime terms thrown in. DIY. Music, digital planners, all the same stuff. Almost exactly the same, one for one.
All right.
All right, dope.
All right. So let's go ahead and get into some questions.
Get your questions in. Get them down there. We got a few minutes. We'll do like 15 minutes.
Yeah, let's do.
We're trying to keep these short. So.
Yeah. And guys, just our quick little recap before you get your questions in or while we're waiting for questions. Down below are the 2022 marketing calendars. If you need to know good times to launch collections, good times to run sales, holidays to optimize for, when to start thinking about, when should I start thinking about Mother's Day? When should I start thinking about Father's Day? When is when should I start, planning for the holidays? You want to make sure that you grab those calendars. The link is down below. Just make sure that you expand out the description and you can download those. And then my last little bit is to, if you want to order my book, that will be actually releasing in 1 week, but it is for pre-order now. You can buy it on Amazon. You can buy it on Kindle. You can buy it on Barnes & Noble. You can buy it on Nook. But it is a science fiction fantasy appropriate for ages 16 and up called The Channel. So lots of fun. And I have a giveaway going on my Instagram, which is at Explore the Channel. Explore the Channel. All you have to do is find the giveaway post and you can win a signed hardcover.
Also, keep a lookout on Tuesday. You already kind of announced this on the 𝔬𝕚𝕚𝕒𝕟 live stream, so we can talk about it. Not specifics, but we have some videos that we're probably going to be doing very soon. The first one should launch hopefully Tuesday, as long as nothing goes wrong. We have some data that nobody else has access to. So us and Pam Duthie both are going to be releasing videos on this data. And it's big stuff. It's important stuff. So make sure that you don't miss that. That's not just a plug to like, hey, we want views. Like, it's actually good stuff that you guys are going to want to look at. And we have a lot. Like, there's a lot of stuff. We're probably going to get 5, 6 videos out of this stuff.
There are big perks working for eRank.
Yeah, there are good perks. And this is data that literally no one else has access to, just eRank. And Anthony's been nice enough to let us have this data. There's no personal data or anything. But we've been allowed to have this data to make videos with. So
exciting.
It's exciting. It's very exciting. When is that live again?
When is
what live again? It's not going to be live. They're going to be pre-recorded videos. We want to do more pre-recorded stuff that's shorter. I know, especially a lot of you guys that are watching in the future, watching for something that's super long when you have a busy schedule. Y'all are busy. You're running businesses. We want to stop doing just live streams. We want to give you like 3-minute videos, 5-minute videos, 15-minute videos here and there on little things that don't deserve an entire Q&A.
Yeah.
And try to do these more kind of like we have a topic and then just open. All right, so Val says, when I do launches and sell out, I leave my store open with no listings. Is this okay, or should I switch to vacation mode? Thanks. That's a toughie.
There's no reason to switch to vacation mode. There's no reason to.
There's not a legitimate reason to, but if I go to a shop and see no items, which I have done this in the past in some more of my niche stuff, it almost feels like they're not going to be selling anymore. And a lot of the times I will unfavorite the shop. I'm like, okay, we're doing anything.
Put it on your shop banner, restock on this date. I've seen a lot of high demand sellers do that.
Yeah.
I follow a ton of shops that never have products in them because they do launches and then they sell out.
They sell out immediately. Yeah. If it's a known brand, that's different. But if you're new and you don't have a lot of sales,
that's true.
Just be careful with it. I would not go on vacation mode because that does have the potential to mess with your like listings as you put new ones out. It has the potential to screw up you showing up in search results and stuff.
Well, that's only if people aren't able to. It's going to be the same either way. If there's no listings for people to engage with, they're not going to build a listing.
Yeah, but that's only if it's a day or two. Putting it on vacation mode has a higher impact than not having listings for a day.
That's
what I mean?
It's same.
You think so?
Yeah, it's engagement. It's people not being able to, for as long as they can't click on them, whether they're on vacation mode, deactivated, or sold out.
Then honestly, leave it off of vacation mode, because at that point you're just risking actual damage if Etsy does have something in the future where they do vacation mode. So just put something in your banner. Make sure it's the first thing people see. Like this, I release this day, or my next launch. Yeah, just keep a blank of your banner that you can just slap something on at all times. You can throw it up in Canva, throw something new on it, save it as new image, and then put it up as your banner.
Yeah, new collection.
It doesn't affect you at all to change your banner. Nope. Like, as long as you're not changing the branding and stuff, you're fine. Grace, I want to open a shop on Etsy this year. Awesome. What is the minimum number of products I should have before I open my shop? New to your channel, so apologies if you've answered this. We've answered every one of these questions more than once.
So you don't worry
about that. Don't worry about asking repeat questions.
I always say that my job is to answer the same questions every day.
How many of these have we done now?
This is episode 83 of the Friday Bean. But
82 or 83. But the thing is, the answers change because Etsy changes. We change. The way we present changes. So don't worry about it. Anyway.
Minimum number of products, there isn't one.
Nope.
I recommend, and most people recommend, doing a collection launch of at least 10 products just so you have something there. I don't think that it really matters. But once you start building your brand and you actually have repeat customers, that's when you want to start kind of paying attention to those things. If you want to do collection launches, build brand hype for your business, get people excited for launch days, launch multiple cohesive products at the same time. That would be when I would be worrying about the number. Right now, since you're just opening, I would just get some products in there. You could do like a big grand opening thing on social media where you advertise the collections that are coming out. Odds are you don't have a big social media following yet because you're new. So what I would do is just get products out there and work to perfect later. Like just get the products there. You can prune everything and prune the method later on. But people can't buy anything if it's not available yet. So just get what you can in.
What is the new trend line, if any, on 80s and 90s pop culture item?
What is the new trend line?
What do you mean by that? Elaborate.
Yeah.
Elaborate your question. Have you guys heard any from Etsy about them updating their personalized options so people can upload photos directly on the listing page? This would eliminate a lot of customer back and forth. I haven't heard.
I have not, and I don't know
if you have a link to an article or something about that, send that over to Starla at handmadeofacademy.com and I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I just put something in the title.
Normally Pam is the one who hears all the whispers and then she tells me.
And then she tells us, yeah.
But
because there's so much news that's like unconfirmed when it comes to Etsy and all these platforms. That's like, I don't read into a million different things because half of them aren't true, and then you get confused on the advice that you give people.
Yeah,
and it's not good. Said, what's y'all's thoughts on the rising inflation and if you think it will negatively affect Etsy sales this year? I'm not going to get too much into this because this is a huge political topic, but inflation isn't a thing that just suddenly happens. It's happening always, all the time, never stops. That's how inflation works. And what's happening right now isn't an inflation issue. It's a price gouging issue. These companies are raising prices and their profits are going up. That's not going to affect you, I don't think. People having to spend more money, that might necessarily affect you because these companies are charging so much more for their products unnecessarily. Their profits are going up. So that might, but I don't think that it's going to necessarily, inflation specifically, is not going to necessarily directly affect Etsy sellers. You don't need to raise your prices. You don't need to do anything like that. You don't need to price gouge like what all these companies are doing.
Unless your suppliers have raised theirs.
Exactly. That's what I was going to get to. If your supply costs go up, then you're not the only person whose supply cost is going up. Everyone in your industry that buys from the same people as you are going to have to raise their prices. Now, if your competitors aren't raising their prices, when it becomes the necessity for you to do so, don't do it unless you have to. Don't be one of those people, because these organizations are really crummy for what they're doing. Walmart's doing it, Target's doing it, everybody's doing it.
Don't compete at the low end.
Compete at the high end.
Yeah.
Know your worth, know your products, and take pride in your products. But if it starts to come to a point where it's getting too expensive for you to make your products and your competitors aren't doing the same thing, then they probably have a supplier that's better than what you're doing, if their products are the same quality as yours. So you need to start looking at other options before you raise your prices. But if your prices go up, you are going to have to, you can't go in the red. You can't start losing money and sell the same product. You have to raise your prices. And again, she has her whole thing about raising prices, like make it a celebration, like people are, you're selling your product more and there's a demand for your product. So yeah, don't be afraid to raise them if you have to.
Yeah, we have tons of alphas who raise their prices and they end up seeing more sales in the long run because the perceived value of the product increases. So,
okay, Morgan elaborated. Have you noticed any increasing trends in 80s and 90s pop culture repop? Oh yeah, absolutely. If you weren't watching earlier in the video when we were going to the Target stuff, everything was like 70s to 90s.
Yeah, rewatch it if you missed it. But just be careful, because though we see Target can buy licensing to sell like pop culture references like Def Leppard and Friends.
Yeah, right.
You can't do that.
No, you can't.
you would not win a lawsuit if you were. Hi, Bootsy. If you infringe on copyright. So when it comes to pop culture specifically, be careful what pop culture you're poking around in. Because you can do, for example, if you did pixelated things because it's like retro gaming, that would be fine. But if you did pixelated Mario, Nintendo can wipe their butts with you because that's their copyright. Yeah, like
That's kind of what they'll do. Yeah, they'll put you out of house and home.
You are a gnat on their windshield. You know, they will. They don't care.
Mm-hmm.
So
every zero a company makes in more than you is another whole degree of difficulty to win that lawsuit. So
yeah.
Nintendo's like $1 billion company, so don't mess with them.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to have listings selling original paintings, canvas prints, and paper prints as variations. Is it possible to connect shipping to each variation? I don't think so. Like having separate shipping options for, I don't think so.
It's possible to connect shipping to each variation.
Like if they, because they're all going to take different size boxes and things, like prints versus canvases versus.
You would have to price
weights and things. I think you would have to have separate listings for that.
Yeah, or price per variation, especially if they're very, very different.
Mm-hmm. I would have a flat shipping cost, but then adjust the cost of the product itself up and down.
Not to mention that's confusing for the listing because someone sees the price in a search page and they click on that based on the price, and then the price, if the price varies from $5 to $500, like
yeah, I get that.
There's no way to accurately say how much it is when they're on a search page, which people look at the prices when they're.
I mean, is there anybody in here that does something like that already that could comment on their process? We don't sell things like that, so it's hard to comment on specifics. But
yeah, I know that with print on demand, with Printful, we can't do things like that. We can't do like our mug and our T-shirt with the same design in one listing. We wouldn't be able to do that, which would essentially be the same thing.
Yeah.
So,
all right, that was the same one. Anyway, to reset the sidebar menu in Etsy, buy request, etc.
Reset the sidebar menu. You mean your left navigation, your shop dash navigation?
I'm not signed in. You're signed in over here though.
What do you want to reset? What do you mean reset it? I'm confused.
I'm pulling up. Oh, you're not signed in here either. Damn.
Don't worry about it. I know what she's talking about. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by reset it. Feel free to elaborate.
Yeah, elaborate a little bit because I don't know.
It's like that's like a set of tools that Etsy, like tabs that they give to us. I don't think there's any way to.
She said yes to navigation.
You can't. That's Etsy's standard navigation. We all have that. You can't change it.
Let's see. I sell LGBTQ plus jewelry, so it's hard to use the target trends, colors, etc. in my products. Why?
Use them as backgrounds.
Do you suggest using more of those trend colors as a background and maybe have models wear the colors?
Yeah. Take your models. Take your models and look at the types of individuals on Target that are wearing jewelry, and think about how you could put your models in super fun sweaters and super crazy colors, and do your backgrounds in super crazy colors and themes. Could you pop up Night Moves? Actually, go to handmadealphaacademy.com. Her link is right there. That way we don't have to go searching for it all the way down.
Yeah, but we have a delay, so
scroll down. Oh, left. Yeah, that one.
I don't want to edge.
I'm gonna shout out Amanda again.
Decides to load.
Refresh it.
No, it's loading.
Banners.
Oh no, you're right. Banner's not loading.
It's always.
Where's my mouse?
Okay, so Amanda, we've featured her before. Amanda at Night Moves. She's there we go.
It's over here.
Yeah. Okay. Amanda makes super fun polymer clay jewelry. Here, there we go. And she completely embraces the retro vibe. Don't look so much at what the products are. Just look at how she takes the photos. Like
how they're presented.
Yeah, look at her models. Look at the super hot pink jacket with the yellow earrings. We've got the big yellow bright backgrounds with her nails are super cute. She's got all these crazy zigzaggy fun backgrounds. Like, she is a great example. And it doesn't look like this looks like a piece of paper, like two pieces of paper, and then she has like this little U-shape.
It's like a pink piece of construction paper and then yellow tissue paper.
It doesn't look like something that would be too terribly expensive to achieve.
Her shadow work is also extremely impressive. If you look how she positions her lights, she has the backgrounds and then she uses the shadows on the geometric patterns. How she has like the you have the dark here. That's not paper. That's a shadow.
Yeah.
Like her shadow work is nuts.
And normally we don't like sharp shadows, but
no, that's intentional.
Right, it's purposeful.
Yeah, she's probably got one of these studio lights right over top of it, just like 1,000,000%.
But yeah, I would take a peek through her shop. Can we paste this in the
it's
chat?
already copied.
Oh, okay. We'll go ahead and
let me
you can switch it back to off.
Well, I want to get rid of this because it's super bright. There we go. Main face. Back to the chat. And then we post it in the chat.
Yeah.
I love her shop.
She's got fantastic branding, and it's always super fun.
Super cute. But then Nada had said, no. Had words for item I don't sell. Or not sell.
What? I'm confused.
I think they're talking about categories. You can change those in the listings area. There's a manage button next to the drop down menu. So so your
categories.
Yeah, like your sections.
I thought you meant within your dashboard. Yeah, your shop sections. If you go into your listings tab, you can manage your sections. You can drag and move them and change them and add them and delete them.
Okay, to clarify, the items menu would like to remove items I no longer sell.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I sell fan art with permission from the creator. Cool. Last year, good on you. I launched a ton of original work, but only had 4 sales from that. How do I get more sales from my original art? Thank you.
Build a social media following.
Yeah, it's fan art. So if there's a following, you're only going to be able to build a following as big as the following behind the fan base that you're building it off of. So, and you might be able to draw people into that fan base too, but it's going to be mostly the original fandom that's going to buy from you, right?
Yeah. So make sure that your original art aligns with the niches that you've done in the past. For example, I follow a lot of bookish artists, just because I'm very much in the book talk community, book talk and bookstagram. And on Instagram, if I'm following like a digital artist who does book characters and things, if they did some original art with dragons and things, I would also be interested in that just because I like their art style. Yes. But it needs to fit the theme of the thing that they already kind of do. Otherwise, it's the obscure product. And I hate to say it, but if you're doing fan art, the thing that they recognize is probably going to be the thing that sells more. That's just the unfortunate thing because that's
how it is. If that's how you run your business, that's how it's going to stay.
Yeah, they're going to recognize that thing.
Yeah, so you need to make sure. And if you have to move on, like one fandom kind of dies down, just kind of like how anime does. If you do like anime themed stuff, one anime will get popular and then it just dies. Make sure that you can transition from one thing to another.
Yeah, but the fact that you've got permission from artists, that's fun, and it's a cool way to collab.
But like Facebook, especially now, is a huge place for fan base. So you can get on there, you can have a page where you sell your product, that you post memes about the fandom that you're doing. Like I am a member of so many different groups and pages that are fandom pages that have like hundreds of thousands of people.
Our Adventure Time group.
I have one for Berserk. It's got 56,000 people in it. Yeah, like
our Adventure Time Prismo pickle posting is pretty big.
Pickle posting.
All right, what do we got?
I had put my shop on vacation just before Christmas through the 5th of January. How long do you think it will take to recover? I've never done a vacation before in 10 years.
Okay, so like I said before, vacation mode, the only reason that shops tend to see less activity after vacation mode is because people can't engage with the listings. Listing quality scores are rated based on how people engage with your listings in search pages, how they find them, what they do when they find them, do they click them, do they favorite them after finding them in a search page, do they buy them, do they leave a review after they buy. These are all things that boost your listing up in search. And once your listing disappears, it can't keep climbing. It just kind of falls down. And you're not in the negative. It's not like you have this permanent 0 score now. Your score is still there. It's almost like your listing is just asleep. Etsy hasn't noticed it yet. And you need to wake it up. And the way that you wake it up is you get people into your shop. You get people clicking those listings again and making purchases. So what you would want to do, I would say, is run some, social media campaigning to get people actually back in your shop. That way Etsy recognizes, oh, the shop is back. We need to put it back in search placement. And then you can kind of restore that. In terms of time frame, it just depends on how long it takes people to start engaging with your listings again.
Yeah, it really, there's no real way to predict that. I'm thinking of deactivating my listings and just doing a small batch by collection so the shop has a cohesive look and prices will make sense. I won't be able to match photos and pricing from the past. I get that.
It's completely up to you.
I mean, the thing is, if you can't match pricing from things from the past, I mean, if you're already not selling something from the past, selling it at a deficit and at least making some of the money back from the supplies
I'd be
is
doing
better than not making any money at all.
I'd be doing a big closeout sale.
Right, do a closeout sale. You might lose more money, but at least you're getting some of it back. You're getting some of the supply cost back, right? So, if unless that doesn't apply to you,
Yeah, unless you're
sure. Unless it's the other way around, and like your products are more expensive now. Let's see. Oh, she said I won't be able to due to travel. Oh, okay. I have wall arts, prints, canvas prints, and original paintings and list them all separately. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
People want, and things are all different sizes. People want to see those separately anyway, rather than having them all grouped together. 'Cause they're different products, technically.
And Jennifer had commented on the LGBTQ thing. My child is LGBTQ and loves crystals, etc. I custom make them and buy them for her, so it would grab our attention if a tiger's eye pennant was on a solid background with a rainbow. Yeah, I wouldn't be too. I mean, if you're theming LGBTQ, and again, I'm not in that like stream of stuff. I don't know if there's like a particular color scheme going on at the moment, but I don't really think colors necessarily matter that much as long as the message behind the product is still the same, right? Like obviously there's a specific theme to LGBTQ stuff.
Right, you have to have all the colors, and then we've moved past just rainbow. We have also incorporated it in black, brown.
Right, but even that, as long as your branding is the colors that you're trying to use, the product could still be any color you want it to be. It doesn't necessarily matter as long as the branding behind the product is what you're going for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and again, I'm not in that industry, so I could be entirely way off the mark there. But I don't think the color of the
mark.
Right. I could be way off the mark. But I don't think the color of the product necessarily matters. If you want to use like the Target Trends colors and still have your branding with the LGBTQ branding, I don't think anybody's going to be upset at you for that. You know what I mean?
Like I said, I like how Amanda does her shop where it doesn't even matter what the product are. They could be any.
No, the message behind your brand stands the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, to clarify.
Oh, that was the.
Yeah, I get it. I read that as something completely different. Yeah. Getting a following on it is its own monster to build in itself, though.
That's what we're here for, though.
Yeah, kind of. But when it comes to a fandom, I kind of disagree with that. Because with fandoms, there's always going to be hashtags. There's always going to be a following already. It's an existing following. So like building a brand following is hard because it's something that doesn't exist yet. When it's something like, if I were to say I was going to like go build a Naruto fan page or something that's already got a massive following behind it, all you really have to do is start posting your products with the hashtags that the bigger pages are already using, and you're going to immediately draw. It might not build immediately, but you're going to start drawing people on day one with an existing fandom.
Let me speak here because I build Instagram pages. I have a lot of Instagram pages. Mm-hmm. I build them from scratch and I experiment and I build them very quickly. Building a brand page is not very hard and you can do it very, very quickly. You just have to know what you're doing.
Yes.
The number one thing that I recommend doing is start making reels. We've got tutorials on the channel that teach you how to do that. We did a whole episode of the Friday Bean to teach you how to make reels. My Instagram for my book, the channel, this is not a book series that exists. This is something that I'm starting from scratch. Nobody's read it. Nobody knows what it's about. I have to... I don't have, because it's like this weird cyberpunky noir themed world.
And we intentionally hid this from you guys too. While she was writing it, so there wouldn't be an influence. So we could use it for testing purposes. Same with her podcast.
Yeah. So with this book series, I wasn't able to I can't take pictures of the environments here. There's nothing in my existing world where I could take a photograph.
Nope.
And it match this aesthetic. I had to make everything in Canva. I had to do everything on my own. I did have a couple like people that, took cool photos and I shouted them out and did reposts. But mostly I had to make my own stuff for this Instagram. And the number one thing that built that Instagram account, I mean, granted, it's only got like 200 followers, but I've got 15 people have pre-ordered from Instagram my book. That's 15 sales that I didn't have before. And the way that I built that page was being consistent, being cohesive, creating Instagram reels that were compelling and interesting and had call to actions at the end. And I also recently started up a giveaway on Instagram, which I've been telling you guys to go enter. But that giveaway is brought in, I think that I've gotten like 40 new followers just in the last week that the giveaway's been running.
Really?
Yeah. People who have entered to win.
And again, this goes back to my point. Like, she's able to do that with no backing behind it. You have the benefit of there already being an existing fan base for the product that you're selling.
Yeah,
there's already a fandom. There's already people that are actively looking for content based on what you are creating your products from. I'm assuming that you're making it off of something that already has a decent following. It doesn't have to be huge, but
yeah. Let me backtrack again. I have a page for that too. I have a fan page for the Crave series by Tracy Wolf because Amber Marie and I do a vampire themed podcast for that that book series.
It's getting pretty big.
It's for teenagers to listen to. And that podcast, we picked this fandom because it wasn't very big at the time, started creating content for the fandom, and that page is up to several thousand followers, and we constantly do giveaways, and we are in the top 10% of podcasts in the entire world.
Yep.
We started it from zero, and we just posted things that fandom.
And that's an existing fandom. So I guess what I'm asking is, should I just sell by collection and make enough items to cover the first page and match photos and pricing, and then put the rest on sale on the second page, or deactivate those?
Oh, here's the thing. Don't worry about it all. If you're just going to be deactivating those in the long run, don't worry about how your shop looks for that short period that you've got both items in there.
Yeah.
The reason I say that is because the first time someone visits your shop, it's going to look all styled a certain way. But after they click back to your shop, after they look at an item and they go back to your shop, everything's going to be mixed up based on preference. Etsy's just going to mix it all up usually because most people don't go in and change their preferences to prioritize newest first or whatever it is. I can't remember. But it's going to be all mixed up. So I wouldn't worry so much about that. Give yourself like a month or 2 months to have a jumbled, ugly shop for a little while you run your sale. You could totally bump those items to the last page while you're running your sale. That way you can make up some of that money, make some of that money back, and then deactivate them after that.
All right, we're going to stop it to Tiriox design.
Okay.
Here. Tiriox. Probably butchered that name too. Also, have you done a video recently on what the top 10 photo slots what the 10 photo slots should include as far as photos and text info? Thanks in advance. We talk about it, but I don't think we've actually done a video in a long time.
Yeah.
We're probably going to do an updated photo editing video this year.
Yeah. We don't. I don't think that I do. The main things that I recommend are obviously fill your 10 photo slots.
I'll send a message. We'll put it in our
queue. Let's stick it in the queue. We'll put it on our to-do list. You want to make sure that you do a close-up so people can see texture and things like that. You want to make sure that you do, I like to use 2 different units of measure, a precise and an imprecise unit of measure. So for example, if you make a piece of jewelry, lay it next to like a ruler so that people can see the size of it, or that would be your precise unit of measure. And then an imprecise would be something that someone can visualize very easily, like a coin, like put it next to a quarter or something that, people know the general size of.
Yeah. Tina said, I think the last photo editing video was the pizza face one. Yeah, but that was live. That wasn't that was a quick banger.
No, that wasn't a photo editing video. That was a funny, stupid thing that I did.
That was just stupid.
That was something stupid that I did.
If I create using different media such as laser engraved wood, resin art, 3D printing, does it make sense to keep them all in one shop, or is it better to have multiple niche shops?
Do they have a cohesive theme?
Yeah. Is it like, do you make one kind of furniture or something with all the different things? Do you make like decorations?
Like I said,
if you make a bunch of different decorations, some are wood, some are resin, some are 3D printed, that's fine.
Decor is the theme.
Yeah.
What's the theme? Is the theme minimalist decor? Is the theme, teenagers, things that teenagers might want for their bedrooms? Is what you make it out of isn't the theme. That's not your theme. You can make the theme something else. You just have to make it, and it just depends on what you're planning to make with those things. If it's all going to be decor, then find a type of style of home that all that decor would fit into, and that's your theme.
All right. Lightning round. I only got a couple left. How much time did it take to get your first sale on Etsy from the day you created your store?
Okay, so I created my store almost 10 years ago. So don't compare. You're trying to compare. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Some people are going to say a day. Some people are going to say a year. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. There's no benchmark for when someone is going to make their first sale. There's no when you should expect to make your first sale.
Nope. There's so many different factors in there, because like somebody might get on there and they sell like SVG files and they make a sale on day one. But I mean, if you've got like $10,000 resin tables, it might take you a few months. Like there's so many other factors that go into what contributes to your sale. Like what was your offsite marketing? Have you built a brand before you actually built up your shop? Do you have people that you know that are going to buy like there's no way to like predict that.
Yeah, that's not a.
I mean, if you don't get a sale in like 3 months, yeah.
I've got plenty. There are plenty of reasons that someone wouldn't make a sale in 3 months.
Again, the factors. There's a lot of factors in on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you have a friend, honestly, like if you're, because this is usually the kind of question you get when like you're questioning your products or you're questioning your shop, like everybody's got that one friend that's like super blunt and kind of rude about everything.
Really
send
honest.
it to them. Send them your shop. Send them your shop. Let them look at your product and ask them for an honest opinion. You don't even have to tell them that it's yours. Just be like, hey, what do you think of this?
And okay, here's another thing you can do. The Handmade Alpha Facebook community is listed down below.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a little secret that I've noticed after running this page for almost 5 years. If you post your shop link and people love your products, they will say, oh my God, I love your products. They're so great. Oh my God, this is amazing. I love it. People probably won't tell you that they don't like your products, but if they don't like your products, no one will comment. That's what I've noticed.
You'll get like 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
From the people that thumbs everything up. Yeah.
Real.
Like, post it at a time. Don't post it at like 4:00 US in the morning. Like,
yeah, but I've noticed that if your shop is really great, everyone will tell you how great it is. If your shop could use some work, no one will comment. No one will say, oh, your shop isn't that great. Nobody wants to tell you that. And I'm not saying that your shop isn't great. I don't know what you sell. I don't know anything about you. I don't even know if you have a shop yet.
Don't know yet.
But there's a link down below to our group. Everybody's super friendly. Nobody wants to be mean to you, which is why if your shop could use some work, probably no one will comment.
Rosie Bros Creations. I'm still trying to figure Etsy out. I'm not doing great at getting my listings to show within the first 5 pages even. Just keep in mind that it takes 60 to 90 days for your shop to index in Etsy. So, yeah.
Yeah,
we have tons of videos on SEO as well.
And make sure that you're not trying to find your own shop within the first 5 pages. That's not how that works. That's not how search ranking works.
No. And we'll probably do SEO update videos too.
Yes.
We need to start updating our videos every year because even if it's one detail changes, that's a detail you're missing out.
Yeah, but this hasn't changes. You cannot go to Etsy.com, type in some of your keywords and find your own product accurately within search pages and be able to see where it would show for everyone else, because everybody has different personalization data. And going into an incognito does not remove your personalization data. It doesn't remove your localization, and turning on a VPN is just going to give you somebody else's personalization data for their location. Yeah. So there's no way that you can remove it. The only way that you can see where you would show organically within a search page is to go to erank.com and use the rank checker tool, because what we get at eRank is that data stripped without the personalization. It's the naked data. And that's going to show you, like, if you're on page 2, even if you're not seeing yourself on page 2, that just basically means that your SEO is probably pretty good. That's not the listing that you should be working on, basically.
Yep.
All right, what we got next?
I think that's all for questions. The same person asked, well, assuming you got a couple of years of experience, that's putting it lightly. We've been on Etsy for a long time, and we've helped teach over 600 people now how to sell it. So obviously not all of them are successful because we can't make everybody work.
Any suggestions
most of them are good.
Any suggestions to get my first sale on Etsy?
Yeah.
So assuming that you're a newbie, the number one things that you need to worry about, and literally we have data to back this that you guys are going to get a video on.
Yeah, we got.
Number one thing is photos. Number one thing is photos. Your photos have to be phenomenal. They cannot be good enough. They have to be fantastic. We have data now, and we will have a video on that. That's the most important thing. Photos, good descriptions, Your SEO, search engine optimization. You need to be using keywords in your tags and titles that people are actually searching for on Etsy by using a tool like erank.com. Go sign up for a free membership. If you want to pay the money for the basic one, it's $5.99 a month, but I highly recommend just starting with the free one so you can poke around a little bit. Make sure that you're looking up the keywords that you're putting in your tags or titles. And make sure that your description is accurate.
Make sure you're descriptioning your product.
And then the last thing is, even if you do have top-notch SEO, usually that's not enough. You want to make sure that you're building a social media following. Number one place that I would recommend to start with is Instagram. Instagram has been phenomenal for products lately. Start making reels. We have a video of the Friday Bean from a couple months ago where I show you how to make one. It's a really easy thing that you can do. It only takes a few seconds. Other platforms I recommend making sure that you have are Facebook, though mainly just so you can claim that Facebook name. You can also use it to schedule to your Instagram. And TikTok is also a great option. I know that sounds really crazy, and a lot of people are like, oh, TikTok is so cringy. But you can take your reels that you make for Instagram and you can post them on TikTok.
The thing is, especially if you're like, we're hitting 30, especially even if you're older, if something feels like it's cringy, it's probably something that's popular.
That's true.
You're just going to have to accept it and do it. I hate it. I hate TikTok, but unfortunately, that's how like everyone that's gotten famous in the last year, it's TikTok. TikTok is why they're famous. We're going to lightning round these because I wanted to end this like 15 minutes ago.
All right.
So we're going to just bang these out real quick. The first sale isn't everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The first sale is not everything. The first sale, honestly, doesn't really mean anything.
No.
It'll mean
Jennifer.
nothing after you make like 3 or 4. You see Jennifer. Did you say that if you have 2 shops, you can't use the same photo or listing info?
You cannot have the same listing in 2
you
shops.
can't duplicate the listing between 2 shops. You really shouldn't duplicate the same listing in the same shop either.
Unless you're testing.
If you make social media accounts for your theme over a year ago and did nothing with it, does it hurt them? Is it better to rebrand and start again? Oh, I don't know enough about like Facebook SEO and stuff, but I don't think so.
Facebook SEO.
Yeah, it's poopy. It's really bad.
If you like your branding and your theme, stick with it. Be consistent and just start now. If you don't like it, I would rather you redo it now while you don't have a big following than wait until you do have a following to redo it. Just depends on if you like your branding or not.
Does it make sense to use Etsy ads to get my first sale? I just got started with digital products and the product price is $10, single product, by the way. Again, don't obsess on getting your first sale. Take your time and make sure that you're doing everything that you can. We have so many, go back, not even just our live streams, go back before, like, cause like we haven't done a singular video since like June of last year. Go back like prior to June last year and look, we have SEO videos, we have photo editing videos, we have like everything, product launch, we have everything.
Okay, so here, wait, hold on. A couple of red flags here. Do you only have 1 product in your shop? I would make sure that you add more. A lot of people are...
I would shoot for 10.
A lot of people are really nervous to be the first person to buy from a shop. And if I see this shop only has 1 product...
That's like automatic red flag anyway.
Try to get some more products in there. Second thing, make sure that you have your shop fully filled out, your branding. Make sure you've got a banner. Make sure that your about section is filled out. Make sure that your shop owner section is filled out. Make sure that your brand looks trustworthy because people are really nervous to spend money online. And if your brand doesn't look trustworthy, they're not going to trust making that purchase.
Yep.
In terms of Etsy ads, I mean, you could use them if you wanted to, but the thing about Etsy ads is they don't make a bad product good.
Nope.
They take a product that is good and they make it better.
They're also not going to guarantee you anything.
Exactly. So you might, what I normally recommend for ads is that you only do ads for best-selling products that are already selling well. The reason for that is you want to bet on what you know already works because adding money behind it is just going to make it work better. If you don't know that it works, it's a gamble. If you want to risk it, go ahead, but don't obsess over the first sale. There are so many other things that you could be doing right now and putting your time into that it's almost a waste of time to obsess over the first sale when you could be building up a social media audience or branding your shop.
All right, last 2.
Okay.
Teresa's is the last one I'm going to do because people keep posting questions.
Okay.
All right, so this one's, we've covered stuff like this in the past, but it's been a while. I like these. How do I tell my family to leave me alone for work? Even though I work from home and have my own kids to take care of, they try to get me to watch their kids or go to family gatherings. Husband helps me with the kids when he gets home, but my sisters get butthurt if I keep telling them no hanging out with them. I'm assuming that her sisters live with her or very close by.
Set work hours.
Well, set work hours if you're still in the early times or you're really busy. I mean, you know what it's like to have a busy Etsy shop. If she has a busy Etsy shop, especially, tell them exactly that. I work from home. I do not have the time for this right now. Say these are like, you can set aside maybe like once or twice a week if they want to do something, and like you can set some time aside, set that time aside and stick to it. Have that time set there, and when it's time to leave, it's time to leave, it's time to go. And tell them, be like, this is my schedule.
Yeah.
I cannot do anything during this time. And if they get butthurt with you, you might just have to be honest. You got to sometimes push people away a little bit to be able to do what you need to do. It's all about your priorities. If you want your business to be the thing and you want it to be your priority and they don't respect that, then you have to be a little more aggressive with how you tell them that. Unfortunately, you have to be honest. You have to stick up. It's one of those things where I always say, know your worth. If you want your business to be your primary thing and you're letting other people get in the way of that, you have to know your worth and push them back.
Yeah. Let me give you a little psychology tip here that I learned. What you want to do, here's exactly what I would do, is you want to reframe the situation. There's a normal pattern that they're probably used to when you try to tell them whatever it is. You either text them or you say, I'm really busy right now, or you say, I can't, and nobody's calm, and it just kind of feels like you're not getting your message across, and they think that you're just being mean. What you want to do is change things up. So message them and say, hey, can I meet you guys for coffee? I have something that I really need to talk to you about. And that already, they're like, oh God, what could you want to talk about? And it's going to kind of get them listening. They're going to open their ears up. And then you sit down together and you say, okay, I've called you guys here today because I want you to know that I love you so much. And part of my success as a business owner is being able to have you in my lives while also being able to run my business. So I am setting some boundaries. These are not meant to push you away. They're meant to make us closer. What I want you to do is give them a schedule that you're going to be working and say, these are the dates that I need you guys, or the days and times that I need you to respect for me to be able to work. Because though you guys go to a day job, this is the equivalent of that. I'm just doing it from my house, but it does not mean that I have the same availability as you do. And because you've changed the setting a little bit, it's going to kind of snap them into listening. And all of you can do this. If you need to have a hard talk, if you normally sit on the couch to talk to your spouse, say, hey, honey, can we take a walk? I
change the environment, get the comfort out of the picture.
Yeah.
There's one, and I don't like all of the like big billionaire, like talk to people kind of folks, but there's one consistent theme that literally every successful person will tell you. You have to surround, and this, don't take this the wrong way, you have to surround yourself with people that bring you up. You have to get rid of people that bring you down. That doesn't mean you need to totally get rid of your family and stuff like that. But if your family are an obstacle to your business and you want your business to be your main priority, then their business has to be your main priority. And that sounds super aggressive, but I'm sure there's people here that have had to do it, that have gotten successful with their Etsy shops or their offsite shops. Sometimes businesses ruin friendships. Sometimes you have to distance yourself from people that you really like because they're a drag. They bring you down. If you're like, we don't have, they're bad for your mental health. We don't have time to watch people's kids. I have tons of family members who would love to have their kids over here and have them watch, and be able to go out and do it. I do not have time for it.
No,
do not have time for it.
But they know not to even ask.
And they know not to ask because we've made it a point like, no, I don't have to. We even had an issue where somebody wanted us to take a kid that they literally couldn't have anymore. And we had to say no. Like, this is a family. I do not have time for this. So unfortunately, sometimes you have to do things that you don't like, and surround yourself with the people that do support you, that do bring you up, that that help you do the things that you need to do, or they leave you alone so you have the time to do it yourself.
Yeah.
And that sucks. But that's the nature of running a business yourself and not working for somebody else.
And set a date for them.
Because
give them a special day.
In reality, if this wasn't your bread and butter and you had to go work for somebody else, you would be literally unavailable.
Yeah.
Right? So treat it like you would a normal job. I'm at work. I can't help you. And that's it. If you have to put in the room you work on, if you got to put a lock on the door and lock it and like just soundproof it so you can't hear anybody, do it. Do whatever you got to do.
Here's a little trick I've done, even with my daughter. Here's a fun one for you guys with children. Mm-hmm. I have a baby gate in front of my office.
Yep.
And it doesn't keep her from opening the door. Doesn't keep her from talking. She's 9. She can step over it. but there's always been a baby gate there because it keeps everyone, even the animals, from just being able to barge in. They have to bug. They have to stop. There is a place where they must stop, and they either must step over the gate or they stand there, and that is my spot.
It is a literal boundary, but it's also a hypothetical boundary.
Exactly.
Because anything that approaches that gate, it's going to get her attention before it has the opportunity to come in and bug. And if she's busy, she can say, not right now.
Yeah.
I can't, not right now.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to do that. So that it sucks. And if they hate you for it, then that's them being the bad person, not you. Because what you're doing is good for you.
And your family.
And your family. Yeah, you're trying to succeed. You're trying to be better. You're trying to be something.
Exactly.
Right? I don't want to end on a somber note like that. I hate that. But it's very important for people to understand that if you want to be successful, that your business is going to have to come first. You can't have both. You can't have a successful business and be friends and best mom and wife and everything to everybody. Sometimes you got to just be the business owner.
Exactly.
Question. For a complete name and branding change, would you advise changing existing shop or opening a new shop? Existing shop has about 560 sales and good ratings, no social or email list.
And someone else had asked, can you change your shop name multiple times? I think there is like a little time frame that you can do it. Change the existing. You want to keep your overall listing quality, or not your listing quality scores, your customer and marketplace experience score. That's the sum score of your full shop. And if you've made that many sales, you don't want to lose that. You don't want to start over. So yeah, keep it. Just change it. It's fine. Nobody's going to be upset.
A lot of people loving that advice there, saying, I needed to hear that more than you might know. Thanks. I like to be blunt with this kind of stuff because obviously you all know we've been married for, God, we've been together for like 12 years? Almost 12 years.
12 in February.
12 in February.
We got together when we were 18.
We've been married for 10 years. It'll be 11 years in October.
No.
And
we've been married for 11 years. It'll be 12 years.
We've been married for a long time, guys. And it's the end of a live stream. Leave me alone. And there is zero chance that you can be married for this long and work in business this long and have a perfect marriage. We have had problems.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to, it's all about adaptation. We're speaking to you from a literal experience. I have ruined friendships for this business. We have ruined relationships with family members because we're busy. It happens. And it's one of those things where you do have to understand that, like, you're going to burn a few bridges here and there, and they might not be repairable. And if your business doesn't succeed, don't let that burn you, because that bridge is probably going to stay burned. But that's part of being successful, right? Like, how many billionaires do you see that are good, like, good friends with their family? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks.
It's not like you have to cut your family out, but like, for example,
good family members that really good family members that really love you will accept the fact that you're trying to be successful. Yeah. If they don't, then they're toxic.
But for example, when we I love you too. We had, for a long time, we were the family where everybody was like, oh, hey, my car got in an accident and I need $6,000. Do you have $6,000? I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. I need $6,000. Can you give us $6,000 so that we can? And for a long time we were like, oh, okay, we'll move some numbers around. We'll try to make it happen.
We won't go on vacation this year. We won't.
We'll pay your rent. Okay, we'll do this. We'll do that. There came a point where we made a grand announcement to our family, because we're still living in this super tiny house when we've been trying forever to save for a big house, but we've had to stay in this tiny house because we've given all of our money to our family members.
We've stopped. As of last year, we stopped.
Yeah, we made the announcement to everybody, and we didn't call anyone out, but we said,
because it wasn't one person. It was like 6 people, and they were all family members. And it was all individual people.
We made the big announcement, like, hey, we are trying to work for our future. Our little girl is in like this tiny little cubby of a bedroom. We're trying to, like, this is a house that was made for an elderly couple, his grandparents, and it was great for them. But we need more room. We have a child.
Half of our house is business space.
We need room. We need room to be a family.
Exactly. We're not trying to complain, but the point is that sometimes you're going to have to cut stuff off. You don't necessarily have to completely cut family members off, but if you have to, remove them for a period of time and they're hateful about that and are spiteful, then they were probably too toxic to have around to begin with. The same goes with friends. It's no different than friends. Blood doesn't make someone family. Yeah. Your relationship is what makes somebody family. So if you have to cut off toxic family members,
Yeah.
You got to do it. But enough of that somber crap. You're going to be successful. You're going to do great things. You're going to work hard. You're going to make the right decisions, and life is going to be great for you. We weren't going to do a 2-hour live stream, and we did anyway.
It's the first one. It's
addicting.
Next week.
We had a lot to catch up on. It's been a few weeks, so we can let that go.
Yeah,
exactly. Don't let people take advantage of you.
If you had questions and you didn't get to ask them this week, we're back. We'll be here every Friday. We took a 2-week break for the holidays. We hope that your holidays were good as well. A couple little last minute announcements.
Yes.
Make sure that you watch for our video. We're hoping it'll be Tuesday, but if not, it'll be sometime next week. We've got videos in the works. We're not just going to be doing Friday Beans. We're going to be doing recorded content every week as well.
We're going to shoot for every week, every other week at the very least. Sometimes stuff happens. So.
Yeah. Other last minute little bits are that the 2022 the 2022 marketing calendars are down below. That's a free PDF. All you have to do is enter your email. You can instantly download those, print them out, and they're going to tell you when to start marketing collections, when to post on social media, when to start thinking about certain holidays and things like that. So those are linked down below. And then let's see, Handmade Alpha Academy. We had a couple people ask. That opens again June 14th. So if you guys are planning on signing up for that, you'll be able to sign up again this summer. It is closed for the season. We open it twice a year, and it closed on December 10th. So you've got a couple months to save up if that's something that you're planning on doing.
Yes.
Last announcement is that in exactly 1 week, my book will be releasing. It is not a business book. It is a science fiction book. But you can get it now on Amazon and Barnes & Noble.
It's actually pretty good, believe it or not.
It's actually pretty good.
It's actually really good. It's a good story.
Yeah, it's funny. Lots of laughs, a little bit of stress.
I did laugh a lot.
Yeah.
And her type of comedy is totally different than mine. It made me laugh a lot.
But this is a science fiction neon noir inspired kind of cyberpunk fantasy. There's a little bit of romance, some action. There's a very Sam Elliott inspired character. If you guys like Sam Elliott, he's got his own little cameo character in here. But you guys can get it in ebook, hardback, and paperback. And I also have a giveaway for it. If you go to Explore the Channel on Instagram and find the giveaway post, you can enter to win a hardcover copy, a candle themed in the warehouse, which is one of the primary environments of the book, and a bookmark. And it is appropriate for ages 16 and up because there's a lot of bad words and a lot
of dirty words.
A lot of dirty words and a little bit of violence. But
a little bit of violence. It's not too bad though. It's not graphic. It's really not graphic.
Not too bad.
Flash said, "Why free? Should be at least $1. Just a suggestion. Why? Why do we give literally everything other than our course to you guys for free? Because we love you.
We love you.
That's legit. And we're super antisocial, and you're the only friends we have.
Exactly.
So. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'm entirely kidding. We're super popular, and everyone loves us.
It's guys. The transparency. We give you guys freebies. You sign up for our email list, and then
if you like it enough, you buy our course.
Yeah. If we continue sending you free things after you sign up for our email, we use that email address to send you more freebies, to send you more advice, to let you know when we do these live streams.
But we legitimately do care. Like if something happens and we can't do these, we get actually upset. Like I do enjoy doing these. I know it's obviously it's draining. Talking for 2 hours is draining no matter what you do. But we enjoy helping. I love seeing people get successful. Having people like Amber Marie is one of our best friends now. Just flew from the UK because her business was doing well enough that she could come out and hang with us. Like I love seeing that. We have so many students that are super successful, and watching people get successful based on information that we're providing them and trying to give you only factual information. I love that. I would much rather do this once a week and like make a little bit less money than like going and working for some dangling that doesn't even like me.
Some dangling.
I love you guys, and being able to have a job where I get to communicate with great people, like-minded people, business-minded people, intelligent people. I love that. And I love you guys, and I know she does too.
Melanie asked if you can get a signed copy.
Ooh.
You would have to order it directly from me, which I can do. You would have to email me at starla@explorethechannel.com. If you want to send me an email, you'll have to buy it, like I said, for me, and I'll have to ship it, and you won't get it on launch day because I would.
However, if they end up blowing up, they'll be worth a lot of money someday.
That's true. These are the first edition copies.
They are first edition. These covers aren't even going to be like, these covers are super dark. They're not even going to be the same covers, just the first few that she got here. So
no, they'll be lightened up a little bit. But yeah, you can get a signed copy from me if you just email me. I'll have to buy it, have it shipped to me, then I'll sign it and I'll give it to you. But there's maps and they printed really nice. I was very impressed with how they printed. Yep. I've never printed a book before, so I didn't know what the process was.
It's great. It's great. But if you haven't yet liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you would do that for us, that would be wonderful. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you click the little bell icon.
I love Robbie's new look.
Click the bell icon if you haven't already. Make sure you get notified if you have the YouTube app on your phone. You'll get notified anytime we upload a video or anytime we go live. Leave a comment or something. Say how do you like her new hair color?
Oh yeah, they can't even see it. It's
it's great. Leave a comment. Tell me how pretty I am.
It's like purple.
Pretty,
beautiful.
I screwed that all up.
Your curly mustache.
My curly mustache.
Fabu. All right.
Before this gets any weirder, we love you guys, and we will see you hopefully next Tuesday for an upload and a new live stream every Friday on the Friday Bean.